Out the wall. See, oh, look at all the stuff there, okay? All this stuff needs to go in one of the hoops, okay? This is not a race, it's not a competition, but we're just going to take each one at a time, pick one up, and then figure out which day you think it goes. All right, so go ahead, everybody pick one up, and then figure out which day you think that goes in, okay? If you don't know what it is, if you picked it up and you don't know what it is, ask us, and we can help you out. Let's go and find out how we did. Let's turn to which book of the Bible? Anybody? Genesis. Which chapter?
1.
Chapter 1. All right, let's start. We know the first verse, right? We don't have to look. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now, that statement isn't really day one. That's just kind of a general statement of everything, okay? Because all of this would be included in the heaven and the earth. All of this is somewhere in heaven or earth. All right, so let me keep reading. Here we go, verse 3. Then God said, let there be light. All right, so day one, we have light. That's what's represented by this white part of the pillow, okay?
Because darkness was already there.
Just wait. Well, that's true. But listen to the next part of the verse. And God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and there was evening and morning one day. All right, day 2. Then God said, let there be an expanse in the midst of the waters, and let it separate the waters from the waters. There's 2 different waters. And God made the expanse. Some Bibles call that firmament. All right, God made the expanse, and he separated the waters which were below the expanse from the waters which were above, and it was so. God called that expanse heaven. And morning and evening and morning of the second day. All right, day 3. There we go. We're doing good so far. All right, waters above and below. Okay, next, verse 9. Then God said, let there be waters below the heavens be gathered into one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. And God called the land earth, and the gathering of the waters he called seas, and God said that it was good. I think we don't have this quite right, do we? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take, and we're going to move this over here. We're going to move this one down here. We're going to put this one in day 4. I'm going to put this one in day 3. All right, so here we have God creating the dry land. Verse 11 now. Then God said, let the earth sprout vegetation, plants yielding seed, and fruit trees on the earth, bearing fruit and their kind with seed in them. And it was so. And the earth brought forth vegetation, plants yielding seed after their kind, and trees bearing fruit with seeds in them after their kind. And God saw that it was good, and there was evening, morning, the 3rd day. So we have the dry land and the vegetation, plants. So that's this. Plant, yep, that's a plant.
Can I eat it?
Apples, those grow on plants. Grapes, that's part of a plant. Flowers, those are plants. Oranges, pears. All right, very good. So day 3, we got it. All right, now we go down to day 4. Verse 14.
Can I get some?
When we need to, I'll let you get it. 14. Then God said, let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. We're just going to sum it up by saying God created the sun,
But I was also going to say something else.
and the stars. And day 5. We got a whole mess of stuff here in day 5. Let's see. I think we got it right. All right. Verse number 20. Then God said, let the waters teem, that means be filled, with swarms of living creatures, and let the birds fly above the earth and the open expanse of the heavens. God created the great sea monsters and every living creature that moves, with which the waters swarm after their kind, and every winged bird after its kind. God saw that it was good. God blessed them, and he said, be fruitful and multiply, fill the waters in the seas, and let the birds multiply on the earth. Then there was evening and morning the 5th day. So, before we go on, let's look at each of our things here. Determine if it's a bird or a fish. This is a bird. This is a bird. This is a shark, which is a fish because it breathes with gills. All right. This is a. All right. Let's move on to day 6. Okay. Now I am down in verse 24. Then God said, "Let the earth bring forth living creatures after their kind." Now here's how I describe it. He says, cattle and creeping things and beasts of the earth after their kind, and it was so. So God made the beasts of the earth after their kind. He made cattle after their kind, and everything that creeps on the ground after its kind. God saw that it was good. Then, what do we have left in day 7? So those were good. Pillows. What do you do with pillows? You rest, right? Now, does that mean that God was so tired from all his creation that God had to go take a nap? No, God never gets tired, does he? He's God. He never gets tired. So if he wasn't tired... Oh, I didn't read that verse. Let me read it. This is actually chapter 2 now. It says, "Thus the heavens and the earth were completed, and all their hosts, by the 7th day." God completed his work which he had done, and he rested on the 7th day from all his work that he had done. So it does say he rested on the 7th, but it doesn't say he rested because he was tired. It says he rested because it was completed. It was done. God said, "I made everything that needs to be made. I'm done." And to show us that he was done, he said, "I'm going to take a day off to prove to them that I don't have to make anything else." Everything was done. And God said it was very good.